So the US did it. They managed to beg and plead and get another year of borrowed money to look after their world economy. Threatening, of course, if they crash, the whole rest of the world goes too. And I'm sure there was some other threats in there too. Can't prove it, but you know, flexing some muscle and such. There's a bunch of stuff you need to know. Bottom line, I mean, one of them would be is that if the US did default, you might be looking at the United States of Asia, not the United States of America, of course. This isn't new. This isn't a new dynamic. When the Roman Empire fell, it happened exactly like this too. In spite of all the other stuff that's going on economically, we've also got the environment issues, we've got asteroids, we've got brown dwarf stars, we've got all sorts of craziness kind of coming at us here. But I gotta tell you, I could stand on my soapbox and go on all day long about all the stuff that's wrong with the planet and all the fear-based dynamics that are taking place here. But I gotta share with you, I'm actually quite excited about it. I, for one, was really looking forward to that crash taking place. On one hand, yes, I appreciate the fact that all I have to do is focus on is making money. And then when I focus on making money, I can give it to you, and you can provide me with a car, and you can provide me with some gasoline, and you can provide me with some coffee, and you can provide me, and all I have to give you back is money. So the simplicity of having to just focus on one thing, money. Yeah, I understand the benefits. I understand the value of that. The problem with that, it takes out another equation that I hold more dear to my heart, such as the value of a handshake. When a Porsche key in one hand and a platinum card on the other hand means you are more important and you have more value than somebody who doesn't have a Porsche key in their hand, there's a problem with that. I really, really, really want this planet to go to a place where your handshake, the value of who you are as a human being, the skills you bring to the table, has more value than whether you inherited some money from mommy and daddy. Has more value than whether you are chasing the almighty dollar to become a doctor, for instance, rather than becoming a doctor because you want to heal. Who decided where it's a really good idea to pay somebody $5 million to put a frozen little puck in the net and our teachers are starving to death? Who decided that that was where the value was going to go? And that's the imbalance that I would like to see changed. That's the imbalance I would like to see corrected on this planet. I don't have a problem with money. I have a problem with the system in the fact that it takes away from your value as a human being. Who decides? Who decides? Hey, again, I got paid okay for being who I am, but it's me who decides. I'm self-employed. I've been running my own business. I've been doing my own thing. If I need a raise, I go to the mirror and I have a conversation with my boss. I'm not necessarily caught up in society's standards of what I'm worth, because I know what I'm worth. I know the value of what I bring to the table. Do you? It has nothing to do with how big your paycheck is. I promise. Nothing to do with it. Doesn't matter how big or how small that paycheck is, it has nothing to do with the true value of who you are as a human being. I promise. And I'm looking forward to a time on this planet, or elsewhere, when the true value of a human being is based upon who they are and what they are and what they're bringing to the table versus how much money they've accumulated or how much money they haven't accumulated. That's a bit of an issue. So I hope you're with me. I gotta tell you, on one hand, you know what, it's nice that the Americans, can stick around for one more year and kind of perpetuate the system as it is. I'm happy for them on one hand. But on the other hand, I gotta tell you, I was really rooting for the crash. I was really rooting for, let's put an end to this hypocrisy and get on with living life. That's my vote. Talk to you.